Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I have no idea what day it is. I'm so far behind on what day is what. But yesterday was Tuesday. It was T-shirt Tuesday. So today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I found the Spring Sisters. So we're going to craft those. I was going to craft them last night and I was just too tired. I was so tired. So we are going to craft those tonight, and hopefully they turn out really cute. We have these were based on a Halloween kit, and I turned them into a spring kit. So I think this is going to be really fun, and my other phone is pretty much on its last battery. it's like on its last leg. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have nothing ready, okay? I'm not prepared for a daggone thing. Hello, everybody. But I think this is gonna turn out cute. I have some ideas. We had meatloaf for dinner and I'm having some heartburn. Oh, you're gonna go to sleep soon? Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you about these. So these are super duper cute for spring. There is 2 layers to these little thingies here. Let me get them situated the way they go. So this one goes together, this one goes with this, and this one goes with this. Okay, so they have a little like farmer's hat. It's so cute. So cute. Look at this one. A little farmer's hat. I just can't help it. These are just too much fun. There's pieces that go over this and they're going to be really, really cute. So I just have to figure out how I want to do these. And these are the pieces that can go in the back that will like help them stand up if you need them to have a little extra support. But I'm going to stick mine aside. And I am going to pull up the picture so I can see how these go together. But they have little hats on here. Let me just make sure I have the right hat going on the right one. It's just like the little brim. There's like a little brim to the hat. I actually think this might go here. And that one, I believe, goes, let me make sure. That one I think might be swapped. This one I think goes here. Yeah, okay, so that one goes there. Check your hat brims if you get this kit and make sure that it's in order. This is her hair. So it goes like up under. I'll show you the picture of it here in a second when I get these all sorted. She has 2 pieces to her hair. That one goes there. And then this one goes here. These are just too adorable. All right, hands. We got a hand here. We got a hand here. We got hands. Oh, this one goes here. And then this one and this one. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have the shirt that I made yesterday. Yes, so this is the shirt that I made yesterday. It's on the old gold, and it's the Sweet Like Honey. They look way different when you're wearing them versus when I like make them and like hold them up. They just look so much different when you're wearing it, and you can see that it just looks different. It's really cute. So this one is the Sweet Like Honey. It's kind of got that grungy look, but it's super cute. It's so much fun. I like the pastel feel to this. So let me pull this picture up because I want to make sure everything gets grouped where it needs to go. I have 30%. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, let me pull this up here. And I'm going to show you what I'm planning on doing with this. Hello, Anna. Hello, everyone. I have your shirt on, but on Daisy. Oh, this on Daisy? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Hello, Vicky. Hello, everybody. What's up, Denise? Hello, friends. All right, so these are called the Spring Sisters. Oh, I gotta put a space in there. All right. This is the Spring Sisters. And there's a lot of pieces to this. There's a lot of layers. There's a lot of pieces. Let's see. Let's see. So, just in case you're not sure what I'm talking about, that these are kind of based off of, it would be the Sanderson sisters. These here, this is the spring version of those, okay? And we're not going to do it like that. And then there's also the Good Witches, which is these. And they have different accessories. And then we have the Spring Sisters. And that would be these right here, okay? So they're the Spring Sisters. So there's 3 different ones. I didn't design this, I just remade them. So I might try to do a fall if Kat from Pickett's did these, but I just changed it up for spring. If she doesn't do a fall version, I'll try to put together a fall version of these. But I thought spring, so super cute. Hello, Carrie, how's it going? So I just want to pair up all the little parts with each one of them that goes with each other. So she gets the butterfly and the shovel, and you could mix and match these and change it up if you want to. You don't have to do them grouped the way that I have them. All right, so we've got our shovel, we've got the bird sitting down here, and we have the pot with the flower, okay. Now we got the umbrella with this one and a butterfly. And she's holding the birdhouse. The little birdhouse. Did you have to cut this set today? No, I actually found it. It was not in my car, but it was in a different bin at home. So plus I got home super late last night and I just was like, I was kind of done. All right, this one, oh, and this one gets rain boots. She also gets a rain boots. And then this one has the pot. So let me scoot these over so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And then I'll scoot you guys back too. This one here, and then this one right here, okay. She's got the pot that she's holding, like she's gonna carry out this little planter. And then we've got a flower and a watering can. Let's swap the watering can over here. Let's do it like that. So if you want to change these up however you want to mix them up, you certainly can. I'm just gonna do it this way. So this is how we're gonna do it. Let's clear all this out and pull up my comments so I can see what you guys are saying. Hello, Margie, what's up? Hello, everybody. I think my puppy needs a teething toy or something. Is your puppy teething? Wanting to chew on things? Okay, so I have some colors already here, and I've found that for spring, some of my favorite colors are the ones I've been using a lot of. And so I really like the celery green a lot. I think I'm gonna use, let's see, the celery green. I think I might do, hold on, I got this bin right here with paints. Let me see. I have a box of paint sitting here and I've just been kind of going through it. I haven't really gone out to the building. I have another box in there. So I need to figure out like what I want to do for the Spring Sisters. Oh, those markers. We could try those markers for the flesh colors. I have these. We can try those. I haven't used them yet for like an actual project, so we can probably test those out. I think I might do I think I might do a blue. What is this one? That's colonial blue. What is this one? That's zinc. So I think I might do, what is this one here is, this is gray sky. That's not the one I want to do. So let's do a blue. Let's also do this pink for one of them. And then let's do, we're going to do a straw hat. Not that. I wish I could say that I was actually prepared for this, but I wasn't. I want to do like a purple. Let's do yellow. No. What is that? That's blush pink. And that is French mauve. I'm trying to decide. They're so close. Look at how close those are. I think I want to go with a lighter one. Probably not that. Maybe a yellow. Let's do that. But I'm really thinking, what about blue? Like a navy, but I think I'm gonna pass on that. All right, we're gonna do the hats, the sable brown. I think those are really good colors. And then our green color will be this, and then we'll do like our little embellishments. But the base of our colors will be these colors here. Okay, all right. I think we've got a good choice for this. Okay. I found out I need a new furnace and oil tank. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I am really sorry to hear that. What a bummer. What a bummer. Do you have your new paint in the house? No, my paint has still not come from DecoArt. I have no idea where it is. Let me go check the laundry room really quick. Actually, I'm gonna check the front porch. I don't think it's come yet. It's not at the front porch. What a bummer. My new colors have not come yet. They haven't come yet. There's no package here, so, but it's been a minute. Which Damon, I think it was Damon, had posted about Jacksonville. Oh gosh, what are those color swatches? I don't remember which one I had said. Let me swatch this really quick, because I think it might be, maybe it's this one. No, it's definitely not that one. I think it might be this one. I could be wrong about this. Let me swatch this. Yeah, that's not it. Let's go with, maybe it's this one. I think it might be this. It's either this one or maybe it was this one. Happy Wednesday, everybody. think it's this one. If you can see how I swatched them right here. I might have to do some layering. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and paint their skin so that I have that done. You need some spring. It's, oh gosh, that's really cold. All right, so I'm gonna do their hands. Normally I use like warm beige, but I'm gonna try this. That one's not it, it's this one. This might be too light. But let's see. They cover pretty good. I haven't crafted with these yet, so this is the first time. I have paint on my fingernail. I should have got some remover. That might be too light. Let's see. Edith, I made a post about it today. We are trying our best to figure out like how we want to manage that, because we have videos for years. Yeah, I made a whole post about that today. I was really kind of disappointed to hear Facebook is, I just don't know why they make the choices that they do. Every time I turn around, I'm like, what is wrong with Facebook? I just don't feel like they make very smart choices, but they are like, we're deleting them because nobody watches them. That's just not true. People do watch them. But you know what's crazy? People are going to have to download their videos to put them on other platforms. So it's going to drive traffic away from Facebook, which I don't understand why they haven't, you know, had that brainy idea. Like, oh, what are we doing here? All right, I'm going to color the face. And I'm going to color up under where the hair is going to go. So, and those will dry. I think it might be a good color. I think it's going to be good. Hello, hello. I became to be a great aunt to a sweet baby girl. That is awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations. What a great, what great news. It's pretty fantastic. I do like the flesh color. Yeah, so a bunch of people have been posting pretty much all day today. I haven't really been on my phone, but I did schedule it this morning. I saw it last night when Damon posted about it, and I was like, seriously? Seriously? So basically what Facebook said is live videos that are older than 30 days are going to be deleted. And videos that are past, like from the past, they're going to say, hey, your video is going to expire, and we're going to send you a notification that you'll be able to download them within 90 days. So if you don't download your videos in the next 90 days, you lose them. They're deleted. They're just gone. So some of our videos are downloaded. Some of them are not downloaded. So it is what it is. But our priority right now is to make sure that we focus on the Crafty Crate and those tutorials, which there is what, 3+ years of those. It's crazy, 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 crazy. So you can't save the videos. So if you save the videos to your profile, it's going to save them on Facebook. When they delete, you won't have those videos anymore. So you're not technically saving those videos. You're just saving them on Facebook in an album to watch later. The video belongs to me, and it's on my page. So if you save a video from my page to your watch list, it's still, when it's deleted from my page, it's not like you've downloaded the video and like it's there for you to watch whenever it's gone. That's not how it works. I am the only person that can download those videos and save them, unless you use like some of those like downloader apps to like, you know, whatever. But so I have to go into the back end of Facebook and download every single one of those videos, every single video that's been a live video. It didn't specify like what the uploaded videos were. It just said that they're getting rid of live videos. So Oh, can you tell me the name of the flesh color markers you're using? They're in the Amazon shop. These are in the marker collection on the Amazon shop. Oops. Let's see. Oh gosh. My video. What in the world? Come on, Facebook. Every now and then the comments freeze and I have to like start the video over. You think Facebook needs to focus on the hackers? I think Facebook needs to focus on, yes, the fake accounts, the spamming people, the robo accounts, the bots. And I think that they need to focus on actually delivering what people want to see. The algorithm for like Facebook reach right now, like live videos do not get priority. Reels get priority. And unless you're posting a certain kind of reel that's super entertaining and like super like catchy, which I can't bait people like that. You know how you watch the reels and it's like, wait till the end. I've done a few of those and I'm like, you know, I'm just going to show people what the end is. And then I'm like, this is what it is. I think it was this morning, I posted a reel just showing like our t-shirts, like in the bins before they got shipped, you know, taken to the post office, like, oh, t-shirt club is coming. That video does not perform well because it's not super catchy, you know, and it's not what people want to see, but that reel was posted not for everyone. It was posted for the community. And reels are predominantly shown to people who don't follow you, which is crazy. But you got to play their Facebook games. And I just can't, I'm so over social media in so many ways, but it's, you know, for businesses, it's just detrimental. You have to use it because people are on social media, you know, they're on their phones, they're doing all the things. All right, so I need to figure out, let's do the hat next. So that way we've got our skin, we'll have our hats, then we'll do our clothes, and then we'll do all of our little accessories for these little spring sisters. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do, gosh, I can't make up my mind. Okay. Let me just do the hats. Well, Facebook is doing this to everyone, unfortunately. Anyone who has pages, it is what it is. It's just unfortunate. All right, I'm gonna use this paintbrush in that gross water. And I'm going to paint the hats. So I'm gonna do the brims of the hats. I'm gonna scoot her out the way and get her hat here. And then I'll do the tops of the little farmer hats. These are gonna be super cute. So I'm gonna do them this sable brown. So we're going to focus on the videos that are, so first of all the videos are priority. All the videos are priority. But the Crafty Crate videos, those are, they're for the subscription box, and part of the subscription box is that they do get a tutorial. Like most of our wood cutouts, I get to the tutorial when I can, and there's a lot that I just don't ever get to because I'm one person. But for the Crafty Crate, that's part of when they got their box, is that there's a tutorial. So those definitely need to be taken care of for sure. All right, so I'm gonna do the tops of the hats, which is right here. I probably went a little bit too far with that because that's gonna get covered, but I'm not exactly sure what is covered. Yes, those are the alcohol markers that I have. Yes, they are. All right, so the top of that one and the top of this one. Okay. So, this one I believe goes over here. That one, nope, this one goes over here. That one goes over there. And this one goes here. So then we're gonna do their hair. Oops, they're a little wet. You see their little farmer hats? So cute. All right, let's do the hair. Let's do her long hair blonde. Let me scoot her up. And let's do her hair. I'm gonna see if I can do it this color. I think it might be this color. No, not that. Let's use this one. I might have to use that marker set over there. You've been fact checked twice. Well, you know, I don't post anything like that. I don't typically post a lot of like political, I don't post really any political anything. Controversial, maybe. Like I will post like about like I don't know that it's controversial. Sometimes the things that I post about, people get worked up and they have an opinion. And I think there's nothing wrong with people having an opinion. Even if their opinion differs from other people, it's when people can't understand and respect other people that they start mistreating people because of their beliefs. And I'm like, listen, you wouldn't want somebody to treat you that way, so you probably shouldn't do it to others. So, you know, if you can't feel confident in your own perspective, then you probably shouldn't be in the middle of a conversation. All right, so I did hers. That might not be the right color for her, but we're gonna leave it. She's gonna look super duper cute. All right, so she's got that color. Let's do, look at that. So gross, so gross. All right. Ugh. It's like everywhere. I was already committed at that point. I had to just kind of put the lid on. It's good. All right, let me figure out what color hair I want her to have. Let's do her hair. I don't know that I really want to do her hair this color. Let me see. It's not what I want. I'll turn this around and see what I got. I think I want the next tray. Oh, wrong one. It's this one. All right, we're gonna do her hair this like whitish color, like a blonde. I don't know, maybe it's like a gray. We're gonna use a mixture of like paints and markers today. I'll probably do a little shading. All right. Okay, then we just need to figure out what color her hair needs to be. I think I'm gonna do it this color, and then I'm gonna do the orange over the top of it. I don't know what's gonna happen. We shall see. Love the hair color. Listen, these are fun. Trying to tone this color down. Let's see. What color is this? I'm just gonna start layering until I get the color that I want. I don't necessarily want it to have her to have red hair. I mean, that's pretty cute right there. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna go with that. All right, that worked. I haven't done this one yet. The picture of the other three, is that the one of the three you painted before? Yes. Yes, so we did the Good Witches. Me and my sisters each did one, if you remember that. And then I did the Good Witches a couple years ago. Like, this is like our third year to have those. And so, yes, so I did, we have painted them, and I wanted to go ahead and like do this set. So, this is where we are so far. Okay. Now, wherever there is green, I'm going to do the celery green. That would be here, this plant, and this over here. And then I'm going to paint, actually, let's do their outfits. So let's do her blue. Let's do her yellow, and let's do her pink. Her pink, her blue. Okay, I think this is good. Actually, I don't know about the green or the yellow. Maybe this yellow? No, we'll go with this lighter yellow. All right, so for these, just a little tip, just like we did the bunnies, these have a back piece so that you can stand them up on their own. It's just plain, looks like this. You could do a different craft with this. You don't have to use the back. You also have these little pieces right here to help you stand them up, okay, in case you decide not to use this one. So you have the front of it with all the little parts added, and then you have this little silhouette here. So if you love to do like decorative painting and you want to do like all the things, you can just use this cutout and you can draw on where everything's going to go, and you can paint this blank, or you could just do like a silhouette type of thing, and you could put them together if you wanted to. It's just a hat with hair and a body. So you don't have to paint that. So I'm going to take the backs off and we'll glue them on when we're done. A lady's putting all of hers in a hub so you can see them on Facebook. So we have a hub where we have videos from the Creative Haven, and they're in a place called Vimeo. We also, Michelle and I were talking this morning, every one of our blog posts that have like all of our dollar store crafts from way back when, all of those blog posts link to a tutorial. So all of those tutorial links will be broken. So we'd have to go through every blog and put in the new link to wherever we host them. So we have Vimeo, and we already pay for that. We probably have 600 videos in Vimeo. I started last year putting things on YouTube, and then I was like, I just don't have time to do this. I just don't have time. I don't have time to do this. I just don't. And most people don't understand, like, what do you do all day? I have so many things that I have to do every single day to run this business, along with all the other people. Like, it's just outgrown itself. So I haven't put anything on YouTube in a while, but I was starting to upload the replays over there. And then I just was like, I'm so done. I'm so done. I was just done. So anyways, let me rethink this just for a second. I feel like I don't want to do the yellow. I feel like I want to do a green. I feel like I want to do a green. I think I'm going to do this green. This green is desert cactus. We're going to do green. My t-shirt is a good yellow. I mean, we're all sitting here on Facebook talking about how Facebook sucks. I mean, it's kind of true. We're all just frustrated. It is what it is. Scissors. Oh, they're right here. Cut that one. And we'll use a plate and the desert cactus. So, color and where? Let's do blue, pink, and green. Blue, pink, and green. Let's do her green. Let's do her green. Oh, she shared a link today, just something that helps move content. This shirt is called Old Gold. I made this shirt live last night. All right, so we're gonna do her blue. And she's gonna start coming to life here real soon. Super duper cute. Gonna go right up to the collar. I thought about giving her dress a pattern. How adorable. Is my mother-in-law still here? Yeah, she's still here. She's gonna be leaving to go visit her mom. She'll probably be gone a month again or longer. It's just, it's so cold there up north. All right, so there's our blue for her. And we're gonna do her pink. So let's do her pink. I'm gonna leave the hair on here. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. We'll add it back here in a second. Pink for her. Ooh, I don't know why I'm not loving that. Maybe I'll love it here in a minute. Do you have a shirt that says it is what it is? I don't think so. I have a list of quotes and stuff that I've been trying to like accumulate. We have a bunch of new shirts coming. Like we just did our St. Patrick's, Valentine's, Easter, spring. And then we have, we did a few quotes and fun sayings, but we're gonna be doing some more quotes and stuff in the next release. They're kind of sassy, kind of fun. I showed them last night. All right. I mean, that's good. We'll go with that one. All right, and then we're gonna do the green on the last one. And I'm just gonna scoot everything off of there. Oh, these are gonna be really fun. You love the colors. Well, I was gonna try to predetermine what I was gonna do, and then I was watching TV. So when I'm at the warehouse by myself, I have to turn on something. And so I went to Amazon Prime, and I was like, what can I turn on to kind of like listen in the background? And I came across this series. It's got Katherine Heigl in it. It's kind of an older series. It's from like 2000s, and it's called Love Comes Slowly. And I don't know if you've seen it. It's kind of, it's like very family friendly. It's kind of got a Hallmark vibe to it, like the Hallmark Channel vibe. Probably was on the Hallmark Channel, I don't know. But, so I started watching that, and then I didn't realize that there is like multiple shows to the series. So if you haven't checked it out, you should go check it out. So I started watching that, and then I came home and finished it, and I was like, I'm gonna finish watching this. So I did, I watched it. Think a golden color would be cute. Well, we're also gonna have some bright things happening on the front of this, and so that's kind of why I wanted to do a little bit more deeper, richer tones for their dresses. That way the stuff we glue to the front kind of pops. I did watch the Gabby Petito. I watched it last night. That was very sad. Very, very sad. Oh, that's interesting. The blue and pink are the colors I decorated with in the mid-90s. Same. Same. These two. So my kitchen, I think I have photos. I have to show you guys these photos. So my very first apartment as a single person, because my first husband and I got a divorce, and I was a single mom. I lived with my parents for a while, and then I got out on my own and got my own apartment. And back then, I had the, you walked in, and then as soon as you walked into like the living space, and then like the dining area was connected to the living space. You just kind of had to like separate it with furniture. And then the stairs to the upstairs went down the wall of like the living room and dining room. So in the dining room, there was a closet that went under the stairs. That's where the kids' toys would go. And then when you walked in and you went to the right, so from the porch, okay, let's just start back over. So when you walk up on the apartment, there's like a little porch area, and the two units, like their porches like connect with like a railing, and there's a window there. So you have a pretty decent sized porch, and there's a window. That's your kitchen. And when I tell you it's the kitchen was smaller than the size of my laundry room here. It's probably more like the size of my master bathroom, which is kind of crazy because, I mean, it is what it is. So the kitchen was really small. And along the border, I did the birdhouse border in the kitchen. And then in the dining room, I had the ivy vine wallpaper that went halfway up that had the birdhouse border. The birdhouse border had these colors. The vine was green, and then like the colors were in there, and like the flowers were these colors, the birdhouses, and it was the same pattern. And I was obsessed with birdhouses. So my whole kitchen decorations, my towels, my wash rags, like my curtain valance was like birdhouse themed. I had magnets that had birdhouses. Listen, my bedroom was purple. I did the little sticky decals on the wall that had like some, I don't even know. I don't even know. But my house very much had like the plethora of rainbow. The boys' room was done in like Blue's Clues. They had bunk beds that were like super vibrant rainbow colors. And they had like Blue's Clues bedding. They had a rug. They had like the curtains that were the bright blue curtains. They had a, oh my gosh, they had like a red dresser with like black knobs or something. Oh my gosh. And then I had, my grandmother had given me her old furniture. This is back when my grandparents, like both my grandparents were alive, and they had gotten new furniture. So I had got their old furniture, and it had like the 1980s, like cream color with like the vintagey looking old floral patterns that were like draperies. It was given to me, so I could not complain. So that was my furniture. And then I had these super cheapy tables that I got at Walmart. And I had an old TV cabinet that I think that I had got at like Rent-A-Center. Y'all, it's so, like, I just thinking back to like when I had my very first apartment by myself, like Rent-A-Center was my friend, okay? Because I was not able to have anything. I ended up getting my table and chairs that had the giant ball wheels, and they looked like the little pub chairs, and they swiveled, but they weighed a ton, and they had like the leathery plastic bottom seats, and they had like the curved areas. It was the metal, and then the bottom of the, oh my gosh, I can remember it. I remember it all. It was extra. It was so extra. Oh my gosh. Bet that was a thing back then. What was a thing? Yes, it was a thing back then. It was like, sort of. It was sort of a thing back then, I guess. But dang, I'm just like, this is really a good flesh color, by the way. Looking back, I'm like, I'm so basic. Do you see my furniture now? It's like, just tan. It's just tan. Super plain tan. And I have IKEA furniture in my bedroom that I still have yet to paint. If y'all remember that. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. These are super duper cute. Okay, let me get my act together here. All right, let's put her birdhouse back on here, because I need to paint the pieces to go back on here in a way that kind of goes the way that I envision it. All right, boots go with who? Her? Who gets the boots? Her. I think she gets the boots and the umbrella and this butterfly. And then she gets hands, plant, like a potted plant. She's got a flower. And she's got a watering can. Okay, so now they're starting to come together. You remember that store? You remember tearing food stamps from a booklet and now there's a card? I had, when I was a single mom, I got food stamps. Like, listen, I'm not kidding you when I say when I tell the story of like my past, like, listen, homes are an investment. I will never, ever, ever forget that. Like, your house is your investment. You are investing in your real estate, in your home. Like, this is where you live. You live there, okay? So I've always thought to myself, okay, if I can ever afford to have a really nice house, I want to have a really nice house when I get older. And I want to spend like however much longer I have for the rest of my life trying to pay that house off so that I could like pass it on maybe, you know, or whatever. But let me tell you, some of y'all are not ready for the stories. I've told these stories before, but listen, I have to craft, and I'll have to maybe tell you the story when we're done crafting. But holy cow, that's all I'm going to say. Holy cow. Let's just say this. I lived in a camper that was a pull behind camper that was super old, and the access was through a gate that had the grid so that the cows didn't get out, because the camper was in a cow pasture. No phone. We did have power, and our phone system was CB radios. So when people want to talk about how I think I'm too good for anything, let me assure you something. I will never forget the moments in my life that were the hardest times in my life that made me want to be a better me every single year. Like, I have worked my tail off to like save, be disciplined, to not go backwards, to go forwards. I am extremely blessed to come to where I am. Like, and it didn't just happen overnight. I was pregnant living in a camper in a cow pasture. I did not have a driver's license. I was 17 years old. Listen. I was divorced by the time I was 19, had 2 kids. Life has been hard. It's not always been easy. And that's why I guess I'm like, I really love my beautiful house, but I very much focus on like the simple things. The simple things. Like, the only thing I have hanging on the walls in this house is that clock in the entryway. Still have yet to put a single thing on these walls, because it's just a house. It is just a house. I'm not really super like wrapped up in like possessions and things like that. I just don't feel like it's super, like something that's super important to me. Like, I want, you know, we have a really nice table and chairs. I want good quality furniture, but like at the end of the day, I don't need flashy things. The home is the most expensive investment that we have made in our lives. Besides obviously investing in a business, like that's also, you know, super a lot, but like, you know, I just think like, I don't know. It does make you stronger. It has to. That's right. It's all about the memories. I'm telling you. It really, like, I don't know. My son and I were just talking about this today of like, you know, it takes a lot to discipline yourself to make good financial decisions. And then when you make good financial decisions and you invest your money, people just think that you're like, oh, you're so extra rich and you just think that you're better than everyone. That is not true. And I don't think anybody should ever have to feel bad because they sacrifice their years of their life to save money for their future self. You know, there is nothing wrong with that. And so many people are just, I don't know, given a hard time because they just want to be in a different situation. But I'll tell you what, if y'all been around for any length of time, you know that we lived in that tiny little house for 4 years. No, 10 years. For 10 years. The 10th year, we sold it. And I'm telling you right now, when people talk about how, you know, you got to make good financial decisions and investments, we paid $125,000 for that house. $125,000. And at the time, we barely qualified to get a mortgage for $125,000. Barely qualified. That is like crazy. And we had to save money the entire time that house was being built to put down our, like, I think it was like $10,000. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And then I'm like, we never got a second mortgage. our rent was $953. So think about it. For 10 years, we paid $953. That never changed. Our light bill fluctuated. Our property taxes fluctuated just a little bit, not a lot. It started at like $913 and it went up to $953 because of property taxes and things like that and our homeowners insurance. But we lived in that house, and when I tell you that in that 10 years time, we paid off things, we reallocated money, we very much followed the Dave Ramsey method of, you know, you pay this off and you put that money into the next thing, and you put that money into the next thing, and you put that money into the next thing, and you just save and save and save. And so the more money that we made, the more we were able to save. And it's really weird to like look at a bank account and go, wow, there's like a ton of money in this account, but we can't touch it because we have got to have that money to invest in the next thing. So many people will reason with themselves of, well, just this time. Well, just this time. No, there's no time. There's no time. You cannot waver. You cannot talk yourself out of it. You can't talk yourself into it. You just cannot. It's like it's already money allocated for that thing for your future self. And we knew we wanted to buy land at some point, somewhere in the future. As soon as all of our kids were graduated, we weren't tied to a school district. We wanted to be able to buy land and move there. And we knew that it was going to be a lot. And then we would use that land as collateral. Just saying. But we made, that house, when it sold, paid for the pool. We financed the pool for 1 month, and then our house sold, and we got our, check for the house, and we paid off that pool. That pool was like $72,000. Paid it off. Done. Don't want it. Don't want a payment on that. But because of the timing of being on the wait list, we were on a wait list for the pool for a little over a year. And when it came our turn, we had to do it. And our house wasn't sold yet. So I'm like, how can we do? So we're going to have to just finance this pool for a month. So fortunately, we did a 0 interest loan for 1 month. We made one payment and then we paid it off. So that was really good. And then like we bought the sheds, and we've made investments, and we've put money back in savings. Like we've tried to be really smart. And you know, some people are just, I don't know, they're just not that disciplined to do it that way. But I'm very thankful that I have a good financial planning, but I didn't used to. That is for sure. I love this. Once you take it out, you never put it back. Right. No borrowing either. Right. You didn't pay. Yeah, that's true. So now if we need to do something, we do have a savings account that we are basically our own banker, and we've disciplined ourselves. Like we really want to pay off my husband's truck. And I told him, I'm like, I would rather pay off the truck, take the money out of the savings, pay it off, not have to pay interest on that anymore. And then what we were paying on the truck for however long the term was left on the truck, we just put back in the savings. So we're borrowing from ourselves to then pay ourselves back. And then we don't have interest, you know, that we're paying to anyone. So that I think we're going to probably do, possibly next month. And then both of our cars will be paid for. And the only thing we will have is our house. We don't owe money to anything else, which, hallelujah, praise the Lord. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. And then once we restore, like we were saying about the truck, once we replace the money that we took out for the truck by paying ourselves back, the money that we were paying on the truck would strictly go towards the principal of our house. Like every bit of our money has been going, probably should not, but I believe in like the emergency fund, like the savings. And so we want to make sure that we have that in place, because it's, you know, it's an app, it's money you can access, and you can't access that out of your house. unless you sell it or borrow against it. So we want to make sure that we have the money in the bank to access before we go taking all of the money that, you know, we need to allocate towards the principal of our house. So our goal has been to live here in this house for 3 years, pay off that truck, and then start taking all of our money and paying down this house. So that way we can cut a lot of our mortgage off, because, you know, this house was really expensive. Not gonna lie, it was very expensive. So anywho, so you just have to discipline yourself. And I don't believe that you're ever too old to like get financially secure. I just don't believe that. I don't believe you're too old. I believe that there's never a wrong time to get ready. All right, so I forgot to paint this one. So let me go ahead and do these. Your ex-husband had a house built, then divorced me, leaving me to pay it off. He wouldn't have made it out of the courtroom. I'm so sorry, but he would not have made it out of the courtroom. No, 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 no. You want to buy yourself out of your portion of the house? You can do that. But no. No, that doesn't work for me. He would not have been very happy to have me being. Goodness gracious. Living in this house, still creating different crafts before you started making, yes. That house paved the way for so many things. Like, so many things. So many. It created amazing opportunities. All right, so we got, let's do the terracotta pot. Let's do it the dried clay. But you're doing it, that's right. You are doing it. You are doing it. All right, this is gonna be like a little terracotta pot. And then I'll probably do that pot over there the same color. Or maybe, yeah. That's cute. All right, and then let's do this pot. Also, this color. I could sit here and talk all day and tell you all the stories. But you know, I think at some point, some people are comfortable where they are and they're like, I don't really want a big house. I don't really want this and this and this. And that's okay. Like, there's no wrong answer. Like, you don't have to keep up with the Joneses. I do know that. But, you know, I have dreams and I want to chase my dreams and I want to fulfill those dreams. And one of my dreams is that I would be able to design my own house and that it would be exactly what I wanted it to be. Even if, you know, like, I made sure that this house is handicap friendly, like it's handicap accessible in case I was ever in a wheelchair. Even like, that's why our walkways around our like island are so, even our doorways are so much larger. There's only 2 rooms upstairs. Everything is on the lower level. So there's like an apartment type thing above the garage, which has like an office, a living room, and a bedroom in it. And then Caden's room is upstairs and there's a full bath in the upstairs. And then downstairs, everything is like separated and divided. So we have like the masters on this side and we have a shower. We put a bench in our shower in case we needed to be able to go in there and have like, you know, sit to shower because, you know, get old. The closet, we did the lower level also. So if we ever need to keep all of our clothes at a lower level, we would be able to do that. We also have the upper level too. Our pantry is got the double door open system. And so you can wheel a wheelchair in and out of it if we needed to. Like, I really thought about, I put a lot of thought into this house of being old here and what that looks like, not just for myself, but like, you know, my husband, you know, We're not going to stay young forever. So anyways, I could just ramble on and ramble on and ramble on. When Max and I separated, I left him with nothing, and God bless me seven. You left with nothing, and God bless you 7 times over. Listen, sometimes you have to make a choice. Sometimes you just got to make a choice. What is your peace worth? And for some people, they don't think that their peace is worth something that's priceless. And sometimes peace is just walking away. Oh, you couldn't take his... Listen, I will not stay with someone who is a cheater. Ain't doing it. You can heal from a lot of things. Cheating? Mm-mm. I just couldn't. All right, let's do this butterfly purple. No, let's do this butterfly purple. And we'll probably do a little design on it with our other markers. Yeah, I'm a firm believer that infidelity is one of the things. It's like, you know, marriage is a covenant and it's entered between two people. And when a third party enters into that, it is very hard for any person to fully restore themselves from that. And I am that person. I'm like, I'm not a cheater. I am very loyal. And I'm sorry, but once you broke that, you broke it. Once you do it, it's done. I'm gonna try to lighten this up just a little bit. I feel like it needs to be just a little bit lighter. Of course, these are all my opinions. Oh, that's cute. Let's do a white flower on this one. You know, here's the thing. Here's the thing about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for that person. Forgiveness is for yourself. We've talked about this before. A lot of people get wrapped up in like forgiveness. Forgiveness is really difficult, and you know, you kind of have to make the decision of what is best for yourself. Like, can you forgive someone? Do you forgive them, but you just can't be with them? You should do it for you, not for them. They're definitely not deserving of the forgiveness, believe me. Anyone who wrongs you to a degree where you're like, it's just unforgivable. I've had to forgive a lot of people, but that does not mean I have to be around them. I don't have to associate with them. Forgiveness is not to prove that they've, you know, been redeemed. Forgiveness is for you. To walk through your life and say, you know what, I went through this thing, this person did this thing to me, I forgive them, and now I'm moving forward. Because it releases you from like bitterness and resentment and things like that. My ex-husband did a lot of stuff. Like, he did so many things. I'm just like, I don't know how a man can walk out on his children and then just not be a father. Don't understand it. To me, that is very unforgivable. But I had to realize to myself, you know what? There ain't nothing I can do about it. I can't make someone be a dad. I can't make someone be a parent. I can't make someone be present. I'm not going to force someone to be in my life. But clearly there is some disconnect in his life, and whatever that reason is, he needs to go on about his life. And I am never going to let them think for 1 second, my children think, that I would ever not like lay my life down for them. Never. And so I had to realize that I could sit and walk through life and just, woe is me, I'm a single mom, life is so hard. You know what? It was. But I couldn't carry any more than I was already carrying. And I can go through life and I can struggle for a minute, but at some point I have to get over it and I have to become stronger and I have to forgive that person and say, you know what? Their life is far worse because of the choices that they made, and my life does not have to be that way. And I don't have to let them affect me that way. And so it's hard to forgive because he was a cheater. He was a liar. He was a cheater. He was just all of those things. He is certainly not worthy of his children. Let me just say that. And they grew up without him. His choice. His choice. And it's just so sad. But I had to forgive him, you know, in order for myself to move on. Certainly did not because I wanted to or felt that he deserved it. Because, you know, still to this day, he doesn't call. He doesn't come around. We lived in Georgia since 2009. He's been here once, I believe, and they were grown. They were adults. Zach had children. That's sad. Didn't come to weddings, didn't come to graduations, no birthday cards, no phone calls, none of the above. It's really sad. All right, let's do this flower, also white. And I only did like one coat of the white. I think that's good. I agree. Never feel sorry for yourself. I mean, I did. I went through the depths of despair. What am I going to do? I don't have a job. Now I'm a single parent, 19. I mean, what a normal 19-year-old would probably freak out. I certainly did. I thought my whole worth was tied into, you know, what I was taught. You know, you grow up, either you go to college, if you can afford to go to college, or you get married, you start a family, and then you just become a housewife and a mom. None of those things were happening. But yeah, I made not good choices as a young adult. You thanked your ex by doing the same to me and my children, but did not ever talk bad about their father. I did the same thing. They did get to a point where they were, I made the excuses. They would wait for their dad to show up on a Friday. He wouldn't come. They would wait and wait and wait. And I'm like, he's not coming. Or I would tell them something that was completely made up. Oh, he couldn't come. His car broke down. Oh, he couldn't come because he ended up having to work the weekend. Like, when in fact, he just didn't answer the phone. He didn't honor his obligation. He still continued to not answer the phone. And then 2 weeks would go by and he's like, okay, I think I want to come get them. Dude, you cannot just keep, they're not like a pawn, the game you play, you know, but I never said bad things. It was when they got older, a lot older, and they could see the stuff happening, they would start to say things. And then I just stopped making excuses. I'm like, I'm not going to tell you these things anymore that are not true. That's not fair to you. You're smart. You're able to process this. You're capable. But the things I'm saying I'm not saying them because he's, you know, I'm just saying them out of spite. They're things that are true. He's not coming because he doesn't want to come. If he wanted to prioritize you, he would, and he's choosing not to. But that doesn't mean you're not important. There's just a lot of those hard discussions. Listen, having another parent like that is very difficult. It's very challenging. And you know, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? You do the best you can. That's what you do. All right, I need to do this bird. What color am I going to do this bird? You know, my husband has come a long way. When him and I got together, I had 2 kids. 2 kids that were 4 and 6. They were established. I had established a crew. They were much older than, you know, some people, but I'm trying to figure out what color I want to do this bird here. I want to do it like, I think I want to do it like a orangey bird. Oh, let's do that. Let's do this color. I'll probably regret it and I'll have to change my mind again, but let's do this. Like a little pink bird. But my husband, when we first met, I tell this story like all the time. I've told it over the years several times. In case you did not know this about my husband, people don't have a good side. They don't have a good backstory, but they have a good comeback. You know, they have a good comeback story. And I believe that for my husband. He has had a challenging life. When him and I first got together, we met at church, at a church function. I think I might do this beak a little bit of a darker brown. Let's do a little darker brown. We met at a church function. We had mutual friends. But he was not husband quality. He was not husband material. At all. He just wasn't, he wasn't in a position to like, we were 25 when we got married. But we met when we were like 23, and I was like, I got 2 kids. He was dealing drugs. He was the partier. He was in and out of jail. Like, he had not transformed his life at all. And I'm like, yeah, that's a no. That's 100% a no. And then he started to change his life. You know, he went to church. He gave his life to the Lord, and he really transformed his life. And him and I had a conversation. I told him on the very first date we had, I have no interest in playing house with somebody. I have no interest in dating somebody for a long period of time. Either you are ready to be a grown man and enter into like the reality of I have 2 children, or you are not. And that's just how it is. And so the very first date we had, I told him, I am not looking for a boyfriend. I am looking for someone to be a partner in my life. And I have children who will not have a man come in and out of their lives. And so I made it very crystal clear. And so after about 28 days, we got married. And most people don't realize that, I mean, Caden's about to be 21 years old. We've been married almost like 22 years. And we knew each other mutually, and then we got together, and I'm like, I know what I want and I have expectations. And that does not mean that a person is perfect and they don't have like the things that they battle through their life. And he has had extreme ups and downs in his life. And I have too. Like, we all go through life with some sort of trauma. Maybe some people don't. But I'm like, you know, some people will say things like, you know, you can forgive this person, but you can't forgive this. And it's not about forgiveness. It's about tolerance. It's about the fact that I look at my marriage very different than relations with other people. And some of you guys might not understand this. Some of you guys might. And this is just a really weird conversation tonight because I feel like it's just gone in several different directions, but who knows why we're having it. My perspective is that I entered into a marriage covenant with my husband. And that is not something that you enter into with your sibling, with your parents. This is your spouse. The Bible says that you become one flesh. That to me has a lot of significance in the journey that we go on. And that's why infidelity is just off the table. Like, it's just non-negotiable. Battling other things at some point, you know, it's for richer or poor, in sickness and in health, till death do you part. Like, those vows mean something. And when someone is so broken and they're struggling, and I am not in that position, and I am a capable person to pull someone through something and be their spouse, I take that very serious. And when people talk about how people tolerate certain things, then they just don't understand the concept of marriage the way that I see it with my relationship with my husband. And I would 100% expect the same from him. Like, this is a partnership. And I think that at some point in time you have to realize, like, what is the exit point of things. And I've been divorced. You know, I've been there, I've done that. And I'm not the type of person who's like so proud that I'm like, I'm getting a divorce. Listen, if it ain't working, it's not going to work. Because why are you going to stay in something that is not going to continue to be what it's meant to be? Don't stick around just for the sake of like show. Just don't be that person who's like clocking numbers. I don't think that that's healthy. But I will say this, marriages, you got to fight for. You got to fight for. If you ain't fighting for it, then why you there? That's how I feel. All right, I'm going to paint this little wing here. That's probably not the right color, but that's my 2 cents. You think people got a problem at some point in their life? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying to figure out what pink I used. Like, what pink did I use for this? Little bird. That's not the right shade. All right, let's go a level down. Let's go one more. Don't stay out of fear. That's right. That's right. I believe that. You know, pride is a thing. Pride is a thing. But I believe that, you know, we're worth more than what we give ourselves credit for. You do have to work. For sure. I feel like that eye is a little, it's kind of yellowy, but I'm going to do it anyways. There we go. Look at our cute little bird. Look at that little bird. That's so cute. All right, what's next? All right, so other than the shovel, I'm gonna do a wood handle for our shovel. Let's do this. Let's do wood handle. And we'll do a little shovel. Gray. I think maybe this one. Yeah, I think this is silver. Go across. Well, hopefully we had good conversations, you know. That's cute. I'm not trying to make these look super realistic. I mean, they are, after all, just little... Maybe on here we'll do like a little bit of like a little bit of dirt. All right, so here is this one so far. And I can't lean it or it's gonna like all slide off. So we'll come back to that one. All right, let's focus on this one. Let's do the stick of our birdhouse. Oh wow, 4 years ago listen. No, I'm good. Let me get my glasses. I need to clean these. Sorry, I had to do the little eyeball. All right, let's do our birdhouse. Let's do the birdhouse. maybe this color. Stayed instead of running and taking it seriously, and the spouses ended up, oh my gosh. That is so sad. That's really sad. This is like a minty color. You know, in the course of like 21 years, you know, I don't know, people who say they have like the perfect marriage, I'm like, if you are that perfect, I mean, that's great. That's great. Like, I don't want problems, but I feel like, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not a thing. I think I'm gonna do the top of this birdhouse. I'm gonna do it with the white, but I'm gonna do a little bit of a cream. I'm gonna do the roof. Just like so. And then kind of like right across here. Like this. I mean, how cute is that? And then I'm gonna do, I don't really want to spread these trays out. What's that black? Right here. I'm gonna do the opening for a little birdhouse. It never fails that I get out of the lines. All right, so birdhouse goes there. We'll have to do our little faces. All right, butterfly, that one's purple. Let's do this butterfly. Let's do it. Let's do it blue. Let's do it blue.
What's she making? Did she not eat her dinner?
You can put it down for her.
Oh, those are so cute.
Aren't they? I've been sitting here chit-chatting.
Oh yeah, I've been on the phone with Kylie.
What's she doing?
Not much. She was just talking to me and her brother, and then showed me her cat.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. Come on, Dixie, you guys look fun.
There's a blue butterfly. And then our little watering can. Actually, we need to do our boots. Let's do our rain boots and our umbrella. So let's do our umbrella. Let's do the umbrella. Let's do the umbrella blue. Yes, we're gonna do blue and white. I'm gonna do blue and white. All right, 37 years. We haven't been a couple in 16 years. No one knows. Everything looks normal. I mean, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. I also think that relationships are built around the people that are in them. I really believe that. All right, let's do the handle gray. Or pink. No, we have a pink outfit, so that's not gonna work. Let's do gray. Let's do that. These are the shuttle art markers. Where's the lid? They are shuttle art. Then we also have alcohol markers too. But these are acrylic paint. This is literally just like this paint, but in a pen. That happens sometimes. It does. Alrighty, so let's do blue. Let's do blue and blue and I'm just doing the edges so it looks like this. Like this.
I mean, when I'm talking to Kylie, I call her, I say your mom, or you want to talk to me, let's say yourself. What I call her. Yes.
There's our umbrella. Cute, cute, cute. All right, and then we're gonna do some little dots on our umbrella. Just like so. You eating an apple?
Yes, I love an apple. I walked by these brownies and I thought,
A brownie or an apple?
I need an apple.
Have you had one of the peaches?
I ate one of the, well, no, what's in this bowl?
There's plums and there was peaches.
I think I ate the wrong thing.
Did you?
Oh no, see, I ate one of these and I was not a fan.
That's a nectarine, like a peach.
I was not a fan.
They might have to get ripe.
Yeah, I don't think it was ripe enough.
Did you try the
These
plums?
things?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Doing little polka dots on our umbrella.
We'll try it together. Gosh, those brownies look so good.
I think they're sugar free.
Oh, I'm still just gonna have this apple.
That's a good choice. I don't think anybody realizes how hard it is to make like healthy choices. Never been married. Been engaged to I believe my dad set the bar too high for my husband and never found a man to even come near it. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I believe that, you know, some people want to get married, some people don't. If you have the standard of like what your expectations are and you're okay with not like ever getting married, that's fine. But, you know, I believe that people just have to set the standard for what they want and stick to it. She might need to come and eat her food. Probably should. Let's do some little green boots. Let's do these little green boots. They are not color coordinated with the umbrella, and that's a-okay.
Are the boots supposed to match the umbrella?
I mean, they could.
Like, is that a requirement now?
I mean, some people would color coordinate everything. I can barely get my socks to stay matching, let alone make my shoes match. My umbrella, no, definitely not. All right, green little boots. This set has 60, I believe, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. These are really cute. Okay, now we need to do our little watering can. So let's do our watering can. Let's do a little pink one. Not that one. Let's do a little pink watering can. There we go. I feel like this is such a super cute color. She might want it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she wants that.
Good girl. All right, I'll do that, Dixie. Eat your food.
She's gonna inhale it.
Sounds like it.
All right, watering can's done. Alrighty. I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. All right, let's put these up because we're done with these. All right, these are the Spring Sisters. You get all 3 of these. Our puppy. Well, she's not a puppy. She's an old dog. She's a Chihuahua. She's 10. These are the markers. They look like this. The shuttle art. These are in the shop, yes. These are called the Spring Sisters. I did put in the description the link to the spring collection, and you can go see like all the spring kits that we have. Yes. All right. So now I need. Give me a second. Let me go get my alcohol ones. Where are they? Somewhere. All right. They were hiding. All right, these are the alcohol markers. I still have yet to put them back together the way that they go. All righty, so I'm gonna sand these down and then I'm gonna do a little finishing to them. And I'm just gonna do a light sanding. I'm gonna use the 120. Just wanna do a little bit. All right, so for this flower, let's do, I think maybe this one. It's probably not what I want, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And I'm gonna sand over this once I'm done. My hands are gonna be so messy after this. So my flower has a little bit of like substance to it. All right, watering can. Now I'm gonna take and do, let's use this one for the watering can. The top, like the little spout. And then our handle. And then the rim at the top. And then down at the bottom. And let's do just a little. So now our watering can looks like this. Okay, let's do our little pot. And I think I'm gonna try and do these little lines. Just giving it a little character. And the leaves, just doing the face of them, just like that. All right. Too dark. Get this one. I think it's this one. All right, so our little pot looks like that. Hands, I'm just gonna lightly sand the hands. Nothing fancy. And then once we get this one done, we'll glue it together and then she'll be done. All right, let's do the dress. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more scratchy on her dress. So her dress looks like that. All right, then her little hat up top. I want it to look a little farmerish. And her hair, we'll do some streaks in her hair. She got her highlights done. This is where you gotta use your imagination. You really do. Make sure the top is matching. All right, so the top of the hat, I probably should add back just a little bit to the top there. All right, now we're gonna glue her. Oh, we gotta do her face. We gotta do her face. We're gonna do her little cheeks. Just these little like pink little, or like super pink. Do her her eyes. And her mouth. Let's do this red. So there's her little face. And then I'm gonna take that marker and give her some eyelashes. Just a little bit. And then I'm gonna give her a little like nose. It's just a U. All right, let's glue her hat and then her hair. Oh, we gotta do her hair. I think this is the right hat. You eating a brownie?
Mm-hmm.
Is it sugar-free?
I have no clue.
Okay.
If Grandma made them, probably.
I don't know if she made them or if Mark made them.
I would assume they're probably sugar-free because we've been on a whole healthy food.
Not really sure. This one's not really working very good.
Which grandpa?
Huh?
What are you crafting?
The Spring Sisters. Her waves are not looking good. I might have to get a different marker. I mean, look at her. Look at her, so cute. All right, let me get a different marker because I feel like this is just not working for what I want it to do. Here we go. Just doing these little waves. Probably should fix that. All right, I'll sand her. I did her little wavies. I'm not really a fan. So I'm just gonna sand it out just a little bit, tone it down. And then I'm gonna take the white, this, and go back over it, just light. Just gonna do little dots. Just try to like blur them out just a little bit. They're super noticeable at the top. I think she looks pretty good. All right, her hair looks like this now. That's not bad. Okay, now I'm gonna take the brown, this brownish color, And I'm just gonna go through and do like little streaks on the edges. Just like that. And do one there. And there. And then there. And like that. Trying to make them look like the little patches. And then like a little stitch there. And there. And there. It's not really what I wanted. Her little hat could look better. Okay, when that dries, I'll sand it back down. Okay, let's glue all of our stuff on. So we're gonna glue the bottom piece on so we make sure it stands up. So let's get her little pot here in her hands and we'll start there. So she's holding the pot in her hands kind of up like this. Like she's carrying it. So I'm gonna glue on this in the middle and then put her hands like right up to it. And we're gonna glue the hand, holding it. Ah. Okay, I think her hat's probably pretty good now. We're gonna sand down some of what we just did, the little stitches. So it's not so prominent. I mean, it still looks kind of prominent, like a little too dark. Definitely still too dark. All right, her hat needs a little work. Okay, so now I want to stand these up. We want to make sure that they're going to stand up. So I'm going to use the surface of this to like stand this up. So I'm going to glue on her flower and the watering can to the bottom. I'm just going to stand this up and make sure that I want to glue it on. And I'm gonna glue the back onto my little garden girl. I'm gonna glue this the back, yes, okay. So now I'm gonna glue the back on to here, like so. And they'll stand up when you glue the layers together. If you want the extra support, you can use these, but you don't really need them. Mostly if you just need that extra. I mean, so here's this one. I mean, isn't she so adorable? Look at her, how cute she is. Okay, so that one's done. I'm gonna let that one sit there. Let's work on the next one. And this would be her. Let's sand all of these. You love them? I do too. I think they're really cute. So this is called the Spring Sisters. You get all three of them in the set. There's a lot of pieces. My phone just died over there. Really should have paid better attention. I'm gonna do this little line in between here to kind of separate the two. And then I'll do the little soles. And then I'm gonna sand this too. Just want it to be kind of soft. So just like this. Got the little boots. Let's do our little butterfly. And I'm gonna do the center of the butterfly. Let's do this dark purple. So the little antennas and the purple middle of our butterfly looks like this. And then I'm gonna do pink dots. They kind of look purple. Just like that. Just have fun. That's cute. All right, so that's done. That one, let's sand the hands. My comments are like completely frozen, or y'all are just being super quiet. Now for her hat, I'm probably not gonna do her hat just like the other one. I'm gonna do her hat a little bit different. We'll do a little distressing, but not a whole lot. And then this birdhouse, I'm gonna do one more coat of this light color across the bottom and the top. And let's sand our umbrella. We want it to look used. She definitely got it at a thrift store. It's definitely probably been used. All right, let's do her dress. I'm gonna do her dress a little scratchy, like the other one. Let's do her face. All right, she's got little pink cheeks. Let's do this one with pink cheeks too. Her cheeks are gonna be a different shade of pink. And I'm just gonna smudge hers like that. Hers got a little more glowy. And let's do her eyes. And we'll do a different nose for her. And she is gonna have like two super wispy lashes And then we're gonna do 2 at the bottom. And let's do 3. Her eyes kind of look like spiders, but I don't know if I like that. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. Let me see what I got here. Where'd those little markers go? Right here. We might have to like cover her eyes up just a little bit. That was kind of scary. Just gonna try to tone that down just a smidge. That was a lot. She needs some concealer. Oh my gosh. That is not the right color. Y'all, I got kind of out of control. I didn't realize how much it was like, these are really wispy. They're way wispy. That's too dark. Let's do, let's try and cover this up. I mean, there's no real going back from this. I'm just gonna cover them up and they're just gonna shine through a little bit. Let me show you. I mean, they were looking like spiders, but they look way better now that I toned them down. It looked like spiders attacked her face. That was pretty bad. Okay, let's go back to what we were doing. And then we're gonna just do a little like curved nose, and then her mouth is just gonna be kind of dark. That was pretty bad. All right, let's glue everything on to her. Oh gosh. She needs a makeover already and she just got painted. And I'm not kidding. Oh, come on. Well, her hair is going to be off because it slid over. It's fine. It is what it is. That's not too bad. All right, this is her. She's cute. Okay, let's do little wisp. She just got some waves. She just got some, they're really subtle. Not a lot. All right. So her hat's going to be a little bit more plain. Let's get her hands and the birdhouse. Birdhouse is going to go kind of at an angle. She's going to hold it kind of like that. Like she's going to go put it in the ground. All right. Oops. Let's stick that there. And put her hands. All right, so she's holding her little birdhouse. She's cute. All right, now we need to stand her up, glue on the boots and her back. Let me do her back first. I have quite a mess happening over here. Why aren't you sticking? It's not sticking. If y'all are saying something, I can't see nothing. Let's glue the boots on. And the umbrella. Like I said, you could change these, put them where you want them to go. Ah, my boot slid. Yo, that glue stuck real good. I think that's right. This one's standing too. All right, that one's good. All right, let's glue on our little butterfly. All right, she's done. All right, let's do the last one. All righty. So I don't think I'm gonna do anything else to our bird other than a little white speckle in the eye. Maybe. Just a little white speckle in the eye. All right, so the bird is good. Butterfly. Maybe do green on our butterfly. Let's do some green. And then we'll do little dots on this butterfly as well. This dot. That dot got kind of out of control. All right, that's good. Let's do this pot and flower. Ooh. All right, so this flower looks like so. And looks like a star. Trying to make it look a little distressed like the other one. All right, let's do some brown under the little lip of the pot. Looks kind of like that. Let's do our shovel. So on the shovel, I said I was gonna do some, looks like dirt maybe on our shovel. I think that seems like a pretty good idea. So let's do the handle up here, like that at the top. And then right across the bottom here, just gonna do some kind of looks like it's a little aged, and then I'll sand that back. Like it's been in the dirt. Or maybe it's a little rusty. So shovel looks like that now. All right, hands. This is what her hair looks like. I love that color. Now I'm just gonna sand the hair. I'm not gonna do anything special to it. And then her hat, I'll probably dingy it up a little bit. Definitely her dress. I tried to pick cute colors. Okay, let's glue the hat onto the top. And I'll add some little details to it. Glue her hair. Oh shoot, I didn't do her cheeks. It's okay. And her mouth. And I did a little bit of a longer nose. They have different noses. She's got little pink cheeks too. And this one. I'm just gonna smudge the little cheeks a little bit. And then let's do her hat. Is that brown? Oh, we're here. And we're gonna do some little streaks. I did her hat like that, and I'll sand that too. Whenever it dries. Okay, now we're gonna glue all of this together. All right, let's glue her to the back and stand her up. don't know why it's not sticking. Stick. I just have no patience. I'm used to it sticking super quick sometimes. And then when it doesn't, I'm like really disappointed. Like, you're just not sticking very quick. All right, her little shovel. It's gonna go like this. Here, so she got her little shovel. And we're gonna move it down just a little bit so she's holding it kind of like that. So kind of at an angle. Hand. Super duper cute. All right, let's do our little butterfly. Her butterfly is gonna go just like that. There, and then we're gonna do our bird. What in the world? Oh, I shifted it. That side right there. Oh, this one might need a little help. I really need to learn some better patience. There we go. Now our little bird. Bottom. Like I said, you can use a little back pieces if you need to. Holy cow. All right, this goes back in that tray. Goes over there. I'm just gonna stick these back in this box. I always say I'm gonna put them back in where they go, and then I never end up doing it. And then they just look like this. I really gotta clean my counter. I really do. Okay, so this is how this one looks. Oh, I forgot to sand her hat. Let me sand her hat. Her hat needs some help. All right, her hat looks like this. So this one is done. She looks like this. Her hat's very plain. And then she's the last one. And she's got a little distressed hat. It's kind of angled. Let me turn this around so I can show you guys how they look. I'll grab my phone. Oh, I don't know what my comment, they just stopped showing. Let's see. Do it this way. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go take it over here. Sometimes the lights above are just too much. We need to come to where there's a little bit of a shadow in the back. All right, let's do her and little pink dress and little green dress. And this is what they look like. I could probably sand her hat down just a little bit more. Their eyes need a little white highlight in them. I mean, how cute are these little ladies? So what I would do is I would stick these. Oh, and there's our little houses we did the other night. I'm gonna stick these over here. I took a lot of my crafts to the warehouse to take pictures and I forgot to put them back. I would probably stick them like up. I need to turn the light on. Like do them over. Oh, maybe not that one. Let's do her here. Let me go turn the light on. I gotta take these glasses off. I can wear the glasses to read, but when it comes to like navigating and stuff around the house, I just have a really hard time. So this is her kind of hanging out. That one's her. And then this one is over here. I probably should have made her hat match. Made her hat match the other ones, but it's okay. And then she could also be down here with our little carrot patch. Super cute. And then we can move her. These two could be up here together. I took the plant off of there that went up there. I don't know what I did with it. I put it somewhere, but those two are super cute. I love the blue and the green together, and then I really love the pink. I like that she has the rain boots and her umbrella. She's got a little birdhouse that she's gonna like put out in the garden. She's got a shovel. She's got a flower pot. They all got some other thing going on. They all got a task that they're doing. So anyways, this was our craft for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the Spring Sisters. Tomorrow is Crafty Crate, so I will not be crafting with you guys tomorrow. I'll be doing our Crafty Crate box, and then probably Friday I'll be back to do another craft with everybody. I don't know what it's going to be, but we'll do something together. So y'all go check out the spring kits that we have. There's a lot of fun different ones to choose from. Like there's a ton of different spring ones to do, and then if you get those Spring Sisters, I want to see like your version of how you did them, because I think that would be super cute. They'd also be really cute with like a pattern clothes, like a napkin pattern, and or like embossing, maybe even the fabric, the way we did, not fabric, but the way we did the Kleenex. The way we did the Kleenex, that would have been really good also. Like the way that we did those. That'd be fun too. So hope you guys have a great evening. I'm going to go get some rest now and decompress. It was a lot. It was a lot. We did a lot of chatting too. So y'all enjoy your night. I cannot wait to see what you guys are crafting and making. Hope y'all have a great Thursday and stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next.